Welcome to InCube, ma'am. Could you please explain what you have done? क्योंकि हमें पता है आप Shark Tank में गए हो and वहाँ आपने funding grab की and after that it was a big boom into your startup. तो could you please explain what your startup does? Because सबको पता है वैसे, but आपके मुंह से सुनने में अच्छा लगेगा.
So first of all, thank you so much for inviting me here, and thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to speak to so many people. You know, this is a great platform कि जहाँ से हमारी एक जने की आवाज़ can reach to millions of people.
Right.
So it's a great platform. Congratulations to you for launching this platform. So now coming to MOPP Foods Private Limited.
Okay.
So the company name is MOPP Foods Private Limited. So and then within the parent company name, there are different brands which are customer facing brands.
Oh.
So first brand is called Mad Over Parathas and Pakodas, which serves more than 100 types of gourmet parathas, and the USP is crispy pakodas. They do not get soggy, they do not get oily, they remain crispy on delivery. So there are more than 100 varieties of gourmet parathas. There is variety of veg and non-veg pakodas. So it is a different category or a new segment which we launched. The second customer facing brand is called Mealy, MEALY, your everyday meal, which is your ghar jaisa khana, which is more like your dal chawal, your kadi chawal, your thali, which is people who can't cook on a daily basis, but they don't want to eat outside food or heavy food or expensive food on a daily basis. So Mealy is like a pocket friendly brand serving food which is light on stomach and light on pocket.
Wow.
The third brand which is customer facing is called Mad Over Curry, and that through that brand we serve authentic, rich North Indian curries and kebabs. So that's a rich brand, authentic North Indian brand. We are launching our fourth brand next month as we speak. Today only we did the food trials, and that is called Biryani in a Bowl.
Wow.
So these are the four brands, and they all are under the company which is MOPP Foods Private Limited. So that is our company.
Wow. वैसे ही अगर देखा जाए तो ऐसी कोई कंपनी अभी तक है नहीं इंडिया में जो पराठा पे एक ब्रांड काफ़ी बड़ा बना रही हो. इवन बिरयानी पे, वैसे बिरयानी पे है शायद, बट बहुत सारे, बट नॉट इन द सेगमेंट ऑफ पकोड़ाज एंड पराठाज. दिस इज सो मच बिग मार्केट. तो जब आपने ये स्टार्ट किया, सो व्हाट वर द डिफ़िकल्टीज दैट यू फेस? बिकॉज ऐसा होता है कि जब भी कोई स्टार्टअप इस फील्ड में आता है तो यहाँ पे उससे कंपटीशन भी तो रहता है एंड साथ साथ में उससे प्रोडक्ट मार्केट फिट बनाना, ये कैसे आपने किया?
So इसके लिए I would like to share a story with you, which is a true story.
Wow.
So I had lived in Dubai for a lot of years. My son is born and brought up in Dubai. So we came back to India in 2016, and when we came to India, I told my son, I'm very excited. I want you to try the authentic, parathas and pakodas, because India's very popular for their parathas and pakodas. So usually we call them fritters or fried food in different countries outside India, but in India it's paratha and a pakoda. And when we wanted to order, we realized that there is not even a single organized brand which serves you hygienically parathas or pakodas in the comfort of your home.
Right.
And then either they were available for 40 rupees on the roadside vendors, street vendors, or they were available in very fancy, nice, fine dining restaurants for 500 rupees. So the gap was like 40 rupees and 500 rupees. So what I thought was that why this category is not tapped. So that is the first question, because we have so many businessmen, we have so many entrepreneurs, we have so many restaurants. So why nobody is tapping this market? Because this market is huge. So I invested time, money, energy, did R&D, studied the market, and I realized that this market is not huge. It's humongous. It's humongous. From a 5-year-old to a 95-year-old, they eat parathas on a daily basis.
Right,
So
right.
it's not
That's
a
so
food
true.
category,
Right.
that okay, old people don't eat, small kids don't eat,
Don't eat. Yeah.
everybody eats,
Yeah.
whether it's male or female, whether
Mhm.
it's rich or poor,
Mhm.
whether it is your medium
Mhm.
or families, whether
Mhm.
it is youngsters, whether it's
Mhm.
teenagers, whether it's working professionals,
Mhm.
whether they're matured
Right.
old age
Right.
people, everybody eats.
Mhm.
So and then of course we did a market research, we got some data, bought some data, and realized that the market potential
Mhm.
is huge, and it's growing at a CAGR of 25 to
Mhm.
30% at the same time. Then we did focus group interviews, and we realized that you were asking about difficulties, that
Mhm.
there are certain pain points of this
Oh.
industry.
Mm.
So first pain point
Mhm.
is that the product was not delivery friendly.
Mhm.
The product will become soggy, it
Mhm.
will become like kach kach.
Mhm.
So I remember, I used to tell my mother
Mhm.
that please don't give me pakoras for my lunchbox because by the time I eat them, the oil hurts my throat.
Right.
So I was like, yes, this happened with me in school also. So
Right.
that is the people prefer ordering this product
Mhm.
not through a delivery channel, but
Right.
going and visiting and
Mhm.
eating this product hot and fresh. So
Mm.
that is why it's very popular on the streets,
Right.
because people are standing and eating
Mhm.
there. So
Mhm.
that's why it's a street food.
Mhm.
So then I said, but it's not possible that a product. So your hard work, your faith, your passion is very
Mm.
important. So I'm very passionate about
Right.
whatever I do, whether
Right.
it's at personal level,
Mm.
whether it is at professional level. I try to do everything with passion.
Right.
So it is very important. So if
Mhm.
you have faith in something, you must have passion. So this
Right.
is, if you don't have passion, then it's very difficult to achieve that thing.
Right. Right.
So I started experimenting,
Mhm.
and I put in a lot of physics, a lot of
Wow.
chemistry, a lot of maths on making products which are, which will be delivery friendly. So my
Mhm.
first criteria was the product. The product has to be delivery friendly. So like basin has a property that it soaks in oil at higher temperatures and
Right.
releases oil at lower temperatures.
Mhm.
So as soon as आपका पकोड़ा गर्म है तो उसमें ऑयल नहीं लगेगा, उसने क्योंकि सोक कर लिया है, बट जैसे ही वो ठंडा हुआ वो रिलीज कर लेगा, द टेम्परेचर गोज डाउन. सो इट्स जस्ट अ प्रॉपर्टी.
Mm.
So you study, so I put in lot of studies, lot of
Wow.
knowledge into experimenting that what how to make this product. जब वो प्रोडक्ट सोक ही नहीं करेगा ऑयल तो वो
Mm.
रिलीज क्या करेगा. सो आर पकोड़ास डोंट technically soak in oil.
Wow.
So that is why we are very confident that our, so we have a category called fusion pakodas. Those fusion
Fusion
pakodas are
pakoda.
not soggy,
Sounds
not
so
oily.
like futuristic, right?
Absolutely, because we have to eat and enjoy food,
Right. Right.
and we want to do it sometimes at home, sometimes in office.
Mhm.
Ordering is the future, market is
Right.
growing, market size is growing,
Mhm.
and the product category has huge potential, so why not? So we put in a lot of, like I said, with passion comes hard work. So you put a lot of hard work,
Mhm.
time, money, energy into it, and then finally, so we have a joke in our company that 9 months it takes to make a baby,
Right.
and we took 9 months to actually make
Build the
this product
business.
delivery friendly. So
Yeah.
that's our baby.
Right. Right.
So in 9 months we actually delivered a baby,
Mhm.
which was
Wow.
mad over parathas and pakodas,
Right.
and the product was
Mhm.
absolutely delivery friendly, and whatever the pain points were. Then the
Mhm.
second pain point is
Mhm.
that the market is the menu options were not there. You will
Mhm.
just get anda paratha, aloo paratha,
Right.
gobi paratha maximum.
Mhm.
So we have more than 100 types of gourmet
Wow.
parathas. We have healthy parathas.
Mhm.
All our parathas are 100% whole wheat. So we also have healthy parathas. You can mix the flour like multi-grain flour, 7 grains flour,
Mm.
gluten-free flour,
Mhm.
only greens
Just like
paratha.
we had like we have burgers, right?
Yeah, the
Kind
wheat
of
bun.
wheat bun, right?
Yeah, the wheat bun. So here you can choose.
Right.
Somebody is allergic to gluten,
Mhm.
so उनके लिए हमारे पास gluten free parathas हैं. They can
Wow.
still enjoy parathas, but gluten free.
gluten.
So like that we have healthy versions, we have fusion versions. जो हमने Shark Tank में भी serve किया था, it's called Italian twist paratha.
Yeah.
So it is with mozzarella cheese, oregano, olives, jalapenos, chili flakes. So that is Italian herbs. So we don't use any Indian masala. So it's basically an Indian pizza.
Right.
So that product is quite popular. So like that, our fusion pakodas are not soggy, not oily, remains crispy on delivery. They're more like finger food.
Right.
Some people still like to enjoy the traditional classical pakodas. They will be little obviously oily. We also have that in the menu. Because some people say, no, I want to have the traditional classical kind of pakodas. So we do have everything. So obviously we worked on the menu options. So that was the second difficulty or the pain point in the industry, that the wide range of menu was not available.
Right.
And we worked on the menu.
Right.
Third pain point of the industry was packaging. So we were getting parathas in newspaper,
right,
or the thali. Plastic was there at that time. Now plastic is not there. So whether
usually plastics में हमें नहीं put करना चाहिए because they have this microplastic thing.
Absolutely. No, but I'm saying on the road, on the street food,
right.
they will give you in a thali or a newspaper.
Right.
So it's not hygienic, and the color of the ink or plastic is not a food grade approved material to put hot parathas. So we worked on packaging. So again, in packaging we used a lot of physics, maths, how many holes we need, that so that the product remains fresh on delivery. So our parathas remain fresh on deliveries. We pack them like a pizza in a pizza box. So it is like a flight tray. You open the box, you get a hygiene kit in which it's an infographic with 4 things. I'm talking about 2019, before COVID. We started, that time we used to import sanitizer sachets. We were the first ones to give a sanitizer sachet in 2019. COVID came in 2020.
But मेरे ख्याल से उस टाइम पे ऐसा कोई भी नहीं करता था.
हाँ, कोई भी नहीं. We were the first ones. Right. No other delivery brand was giving this, and it was very expensive. We used to import it, and we had to give a minimum order quantity. Today I want one sanitizer, I'll get it. That time I had to do MOQ. So it's an infographic. Use me before eating, we give a sanitizer. Use me to eat, we give cutlery. Use me while eating, we give a dry tissue. Use me after eating, we give a wet tissue. Wow. So it's a hygiene kit which you can choose to order. And then you open the pizza box. It's like a flight tray. It's a segregator. In one pocket you get curd, in one pocket you get makhni gravy. It's not chutney. A lot of people say chutney. It's not chutney, it's makhni gravy. It's because some people don't want it spicy. So our parathas are medium spicy. So we give makhni gravy or curd to make them less spicy if somebody wants. We give pickle. Somebody wants to make it more chatpata. Right. And then we give butter. So everything comes in a pocket, hygiene kit. So you open the box, use your sanitizer, put your tissue, use your cutlery, eat your paratha, close the box. It's an environment friendly box, and then you dispose it off safely. You don't even have to get up from your chair to eat a product, my product, because it's absolutely comfortable. So we worked on packaging solutions so that the product remains fresh. So these were the pain points because of which the product this category was unexplored. And we found, so it's your hard work, your passion, your knowledge which you try to put into it and find the solutions. So my father used to say, there is no problem which does not have a solution. Right. So I worked on the same principle as my father, that ऐसी कोई मुश्किल नहीं है जिसका हल नहीं होता. So we found a product which was delivery friendly, with a wide range of menu, with a proper packaging, and with USPs, a delivery friendly product. Then the second was that how can we make this product standardized? Right. So standardization is very important. So for example, if you eat a product which is a branded product or a burger or something, you will get the same taste in Mumbai, and you will get the same taste in Chennai. So standardization is important. Consistency of your product is
Product is
important. So
important,
these are the difficult things when you get into a food business. They getting funding, getting staff. So now once your product is ready, but then there are so many other difficulties.
Right.
First is to make the product market fit, PMF what we say. So by working on the menu options, by working on the packaging,
Right.
by making the product delivery friendly, we launched a product which had a product market fit.
Right.
But then once you have a product, you need funds to promote it, you need staff. Initially finding the right staff is a very difficult thing. So I remember there was a time I was a service boy, I was the billing boy, I was the packing boy, I was the cleaner, because you build something, staff and team is built over a period of time.
Right.
So that is also something which is required.
Actually, you need to have first-hand experience in everything, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think these are many difficulties which one has to face. So as long as you think that you should do everything first hand, like you rightly said, you will be successful. Because if you start thinking, oh no, I can't do this, I am the entrepreneur, then no, then wahin pe sab kuch it gets damaged.
Right.
So it is very important for you to build your baby the way you want to build it, because your vision is clear. Team ki vision will come over a period of time.
Right.
Team will be built over a period of time. But you have to build the vision, you have to build the team. So you have to initiate everything. So whether it is funding, whether it is investor meets, whether it is finding the staff, finding consistent suppliers. Suppliers is a big issue. So I'm talking about specifically F&B industry.
Right.
So you should have consistent suppliers who give you the same product every time they deliver, because sometimes the suppliers commit you certain and deliver something else.
Right.
And then you don't get this. I am talking about consistent food quality.
Right.
How, if suppose my supplier will not give me the same flour or the same
Right. The taste will also change.
The ingredients, the taste will also change.
Right.
So finding the right suppliers, finding the right staff members, finding the right place where you want to launch your restaurant, finding the product market fit.
Right.
All these are difficulties, but then you plan and you work on it, execute it, implement it, and that's how we are here today.
Wow, that's such a great thing. अगर आप देखो तो आपने जैसे बताया कि आपने ऐसे ब्रांड बिल्ड किया काफ़ी स्टार्टिंग से, बट जब हम अपना प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करते हैं मार्केट में तो हमें ये चीज़ समझ में नहीं आता कि ये चल पाएगा कि नहीं, बिकॉज हमें लगता है कि हाँ ठीक है ये प्रोडक्ट है, प्रोडक्ट मार्केट फिट है, बट स्टिल एक रहता है कि जैसे लाइक यू आर सर्विंग द पराठाज, राइट? अब ऐसा होगा कि जो रोड साइड में जो पराठा जो लोग सेल कर रहे हैं, लोगों को हाइजीन का तक ख्याल नहीं रहता है, राइट? कॉम्पिटिशन, या
I think so. See, competition is everywhere. So we are very proud that we are the category leaders in this category.
Wow.
So like everybody starts something new. We have given birth not only to the product, but we have given birth to the category itself. So this category is now becoming very popular in Zomato, in Swiggy, that they are investing to, like there is a category for burger, like there's a category of pizza, they are building a category for parathas and pakodas. So it is a very proud moment that if how parathas and pakodas is becoming popular.
Right.
We were the first hygienic mid-segment brand. Now more brands are following us, some brands are copying us, some brands are following us, some brands are doing something different. But what I want to say is, whether it is the street vendors, whether it is any competitor, the market size is huge.
Right.
The market size is humongous.
Right?
So even if we achieve the target or the vision of what we want to achieve, it is just a pie of the whole market size.
Right.
So there is the market size is so big that it can include many other players.
Could you please tell the market size? कितना बड़ा market होगा?
So it is a 35,000 crores market size. as of now, and it is projected to be a 90,000 crores
Wow.
by 2025.
Mm.
So I think if we want to achieve what we want to achieve, is just a pie of the whole market size. And again, the target audience, the tea is very important.
Right.
So we all want sometimes, want to eat the street wala paratha, but we all also want to eat 500 wala rupees paratha sometimes,
Right.
but we also want to eat regularly and hygienic, comfortable, a mid segment, organized, branded paratha, which is not very expensive also, which is not very cheap also.
Just like we can have a street burgers and we can have this McD burgers as well.
Absolutely.
Right.
It just depends on the product and the market size. Yeah. And burgers is not even the staple food of Indians.
Right.
And parathas and pakodas are the staple diet for all Indians.
But for like Indians, it's just like a cool thing to eat a burger.
Yeah.
But not this paratha. So could you please like explain how you're making this cool for the upcoming generation? Because कभी ऐसा होगा कि हमें पसंद तो है पराठा, but just to show कि यार we are not eating that paratha, we'll be eating burgers, we'll be going to Starbucks, having this coffee and something like this. So how you making this thing like cool kind of like.
Okay, so our fusion pakodas are quite cool.
Wow.
So they are more like your finger food, what you get in bars, lounges, and restaurants, which people drink with which people eat with their drinks also, and in their parties also, in their get-togethers also. So because classical pakodas are the classical street types pakodas, our fusion pakodas are more like finger food.
Oh.
So for example, a pyaz ka pakoda in a traditional way, what we get is like onion bhajia,
Wow.
But in mad over parathas and pakodas, in the fusion category, the onion pakoda is like onion rings. So
like you are serving in that pizza packet, that's also make this thing cool, right?
That's also cool. So I'm just giving you kids or the younger generation likes onion rings rather than calling it an onion pakoda.
Right.
So like that, we have a like Mexican croquettes. We have butter chicken pakoda, which are more like croquettes. So like that, the menu what we have created is quite adaptable to the younger generation also, and for the older generation as well. Now coming to parathas, that okay, it's not cool that I'm having paratha, I want to eat burger, pizza, which is fair enough. But I have noticed, and you will see a trend coming, that a lot of youngsters, how much so ever cool they seem to be, nowadays the generations are becoming more health conscious towards junk food. So they will eat it probably once or twice, but then they are becoming conscious. Gyms are increasing. People are conscious about what they are eating. And our parathas are not kulchas. They are parathas which are 100% whole wheat. So there is no maida. So like that, when they want to eat a wholesome meal, good for one, and they are traveling, they are PGs, they are working away from home, and they want to eat what they have been brought up eating. So we are that one-stop solution, and we supply to a lot of PGs, we supply to a lot of offices, we supply to a lot of corporates. They have a paratha breakfast party, they have a team party. So like that, I think so we are not facing issues as of now, and I hope we don't face any issue in future also, because people are health conscious as well.
Right. That's just a great thing. जैसे आपने बताया कि you have this multiple businesses, तो don't you think कि ऐसा हो सकता है कि like you need to take care of each and every business, right? तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा like आप एक MOPP Food में ये सारी चीज़ें भी ला सकते थे, right? But you make a different brand out of it, right? Like biryani, you make a brand out of it, and ये सारी चीज़ें like you added different business. तो क्या आपको लगता है कि लाइक काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्कैटर्ड नहीं हो जाएगा फॉर यू टू लाइक हैंडल दिस बिजनेसेस?
It's a very interesting question, and I will again tell you the story. First of all, the story, that will be my first answer, and secondly, that जो आपने पूछा कि ये ज़्यादा cluttered तो नहीं हो जाएगा. So initially, the strategy with which I launched Mad Over Parathas and Pakodas was a single brand QSR
Mm-hmm.
uh, kind of a business model.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the, the world was hit by COVID, and all the restaurants had shut down, and there was curfew. The people were not getting milk also. I'm talking about the first phase when it was curfew, and it was everybody was very scared, and everything, metros were closed, buses were closed, trains were closed, flights were everything was closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking about March 22nd March 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So when the prime minister announced curfew, and everything everything was just overnight, everything shut down. So we kept our kitchen open. We had one kitchen at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we had two.
Two.
15th March
Oh.
2020 we launched a second kitchen. 22nd March was lockdown.
Mm.
So imagine, it was absolutely जैसे आपने पूछा क्या क्या डिफिकल्टीज आती हैं, तो आपके सामने इतनी बड़ी डिफिकल्टी थी कि 15 मार्च को आई हायर्ड 22 people.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them a job. I launched an outlet. I'm paying rent. I'm doing everything. I've invested around 20 lakh rupees to launch that kitchen, and it was behind Cyber Hub to capture the corporate crowd. And 22nd March is lockdown.
Right.
So we had launched a second kitchen on the 15th of March 2020. So but we kept our kitchens open. So I think so what we did was very nice, and that's why God has been kind, is kind. I pray that may God remain kind on us always. So we kept our kitchen open.
Right.
We did not fire anybody. They did not reduce our staff. We took rooms. We made a bio bubble so that nobody gets COVID. And we said, so everybody was running to their hometowns. Everybody, the whole city was empty. So but we said, you stay.
That is a
From
great thing.
kitchen to room, from room to kitchen, that's it. Nobody can meet friends, nobody can do anything. And we paid
They used
them
to stay there
in the rooms.
in the rooms.
Yeah. And we paid them full salaries.
Wow.
We didn't deduct a
Wow.
rupee. We didn't reduce the salary. So we spoke to their family members that don't worry, because everybody's salary was closed. Nobody was getting
Right.
paid at that time.
Even
I
the
said,
big companies were
even big
like
companies.
laying off employees.
we didn't lay off a single
Wow.
person.
Wow.
So in fact,
I got goosebumps, right?
in fact, my son's driver, who used to take him to classes and football, soccer, music, he was like, मैं क्या करूँगा? I said, you come and join the kitchen. I used to teach him computer at night, and he became my billing guy over a period of, let's say, 3 months.
Right.
Because I said, रोज रात को आया करो, मैं तुम्हें कंप्यूटर सिखाऊंगी. So I didn't even fire when I didn't, because the driver was needed. Schools were closed, classes were closed, soccer was closed. So we didn't even fire that driver. We said, if you want to get the job, then you have to adapt and do something else.
Right.
So at that time, we spoke to our employees, family members कि आपको पूरा खर्चा मिलेगा, आपका पूरा खर्चा चलेगा. Don't worry, nothing is going to affect your family.
Right.
And we tied up with the government, and we did a lot of charity as well. जो people were stranded on the road without water, without food. Water was not available. And in fact, one of the radio channels covered us that, and they said, इस market में मतलब सब कुछ बंद है.
Right.
So you will find only dogs, or you will find
more food.
Mad Over Parathas and Pakodas. So that was hilarious. So they said कि कैसे आप कैसे survive कर रहे हो, and it was so difficult. I have a son, we have दादी, and हम लोग चाहते थे
खुद कभी family.
and mask पहन के peak time पे हम outlet भी चला रहे हैं, charity भी कर रहे हैं. We tied up with the police, we did gurdwaras, and we so हम staff को बोलते थे कि हम outlets online रखेंगे, because delivery was allowed.
Right.
Only delivery was allowed. And you अपना खाना बनाओ, charity का खाना बनाओ, order आ गया तो देख लेंगे. So that was the approach, the positive approach. And you will not believe that our sales, we were the only few brands, I think so, in F&B who grew in COVID.
Wow.
Of course, there was a drop
Mhm.
for some time, and then because
So
when you
were
wanted to
you?
order
Mhm.
ऑनलाइन there were
Mhm.
5. अभी आप अगर जोमेटो पे जाते हैं
Right,
आज,
right.
आप स्क्रॉल करते जाओ, 500 ब्रांड्स देखेंगे आप, कुछ किसी भी चीज़ के लिए, you keep scrolling, your
Right.
finger will get tired, but the brands are, you know,
List is
it's,
so
yeah,
so big.
it's like
Yeah.
increasing. जब उस टाइम पे when you open Zomato, there were
Mhm.
5 brands.
Mhm.
5 में से 4 were international brands.
Mhm.
One was mad over Parathas and
Mhm.
Pakodas. People started having faith in us.
Mhm.
People started thinking, अच्छा ये कहाँ का franchisee है? We were more popular actually before Shark Tank only, because newspapers contacted us,
Wow.
staff contacted us, radio
Mhm.
channels contacted us. Who are you?
Right.
And we said we are mad over Parathas and Pakodas.
Wow.
And then we saw an opportunity. So a successful entrepreneur is
Mhm.
who never leaves an opportunity. When
Mm.
opportunity knocks on your door,
Mhm.
grab it. That is the skill of an entrepreneur.
Right.
एक entrepreneur में एक skill होता है vision. दूर
Right.
की सोचो, आज की मत सोचो, दूर की सोचो. That is how you build your businesses,
Mhm.
because you have a vision for tomorrow, not today. So we saw यार work from home, तब तक work from home आ गया था, थोड़ा सा कुछ online start हुआ था,
Right,
शुरू
right.
में सब बंद था.
Mhm.
Then people started thinking कैसे करना है, companies started doing work from home, school हो गया
Mhm.
from home,
Mhm.
classes हो गई Zoom पे,
Mhm.
Teams पे. So we said that people don't have time to cook, they don't have maids,
Mhm.
people are sick, they need some light meals, homely meals. हमारे बिल्डिंग में अगर किसी को कोविड होता था तो एक दिन एक खाना पहुंचाता था, एक दिन दूसरा खाना पहुंचाता था. सो आई सेड दिस इज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी.
Mm.
सो वी लॉन्च्ड मीली
Mhm.
बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड.
Mm.
मीली इज योर एवरीडे मील. दाल चावल, यू डोंट गेट तंदूरी रोटी देयर, यू गेट
Right.
चपाती और वो जो या फिर मम्मी बनाती है ना
Mm,
ट्रायंगुलर घर वाले
triangular
पराठे,
पराठे, right.
नमक अजवाइन वाले, you get that.
Mhm.
दाल चावल, कड़ी चावल, भरता भिंडी, rice,
Okay. Yeah.
कड़ी. So those kind of things, thali.
Mm.
So and then we started supplying COVID meals. We started with COVID meals.
Mhm.
So and then people wanted COVID meals because they are sick, they can't cook, and then वो कोई बाहर से आ नहीं सकता, maids allowed नहीं है.
Right.
तो but how do they get food? They don't have energy to cook.
Right.
So our COVID meals became very popular. Anybody and everybody. So on a daily basis, we were supplying so many COVID meals.
Wow.
People who could not afford, we gave it for free. People who could afford, we charged them like that. Then we said, people said, acha, COVID meals was food with less oil, less
Right.
salt, less
Right.
masala, right?
Mhm.
So we said, why not just expand the menu and create more meals like this?
Right.
When people used to go to office, they
Mhm.
had their canteen,
Mhm.
they had their cafeteria,
Mhm.
they had those street vendors
Mhm.
from where they could buy the thalis, rajma chawal, dal chawal. Our rajma chawal is very popular. We
Right.
got the highest sales of rajma chawal
Mhm.
by Swiggy in 2022.
Mm.
So
Wow.
you must try a rajma chawal of Mealy.
Mhm.
So coming back, so we thought there's an opportunity, and again there's a market size
Right.
which is huge.
Mhm.
So people don't have help at home, and now when they are at home, they have to manage their home, they have to manage work,
Mm.
they have to manage kids,
Mm.
they have to manage in-laws.
Right.
It's like too much responsibility because
Mm.
everybody's at home.
Right.
When you are at work, you're just managing home, which where the children are in school, the husband is in office,
Mhm.
and you are in office.
Right.
So then we launched during COVID our second brand, Mealy. Now the target audience or the brand tone or the brand language or the brand vision or the brand menu of
Mhm.
Mad Over Parathas and Pakodas is gourmet parathas, crispy
Crispy
pakodas.
parathas, right.
But the brand target audience, the brand vision, the brand tone of
Mhm.
Mealy is your ghar jaisa khana.
Right.
They cannot be in the same brand.
Mhm.
That means the PMF you are diluting.
Mhm.
You're diluting the product market fit by
Right.
having that menu in that.
Mhm.
That means you don't understand your product. You
Right.
don't understand your customer.
Right.
So when you want to have clarity, then you
Mhm.
should have the product name. The brand
Mhm.
name is extremely important. Extremely important. It needs to reflect your product. It needs to reflect your brand tone, vision. That is very important. That is why there are certain brands which fail, and there are certain brands which do not fail, because they need to the name is very important.
Right.
So we launched Mealy, which is which is your everyday meal. And within 3 months Mealy was doing the same revenue as Mad Over Parathas and Pakodas. That means it has already become a success. So, and we wanted more. And by that time we had 3 kitchens. So in COVID we had 2. Then because Mealy was a success, and we also got funding in between. So imagine, we got funding in between.
Wow.
So because of the whole strategy, and we opened
during COVID night.
We had got it just before COVID.
Okay.
And then like during COVID and after the launch of Mealy, we started talks on our second round.
Okay.
So which is not the normal scenario. So, and we launched our third kitchen.
Wow.
And we created a base kitchen from one of the kitchens. So when you create a base kitchen, your ROI, which is return on investment, is higher if you have more number of menu items. Or otherwise we have hired the staff to make the curries, but they are making suppose this type of ghar jaise khana.
Right.
But we have invested in equipment, we have invested in space, we have invested in everything. How do I work on the ROI? So just as so there is no technical USP in Mad Over Curry. It's just that to have better economies of scale, better return on investment, better resource utilization. We launched the third brand called Mad Over Curry because we had the whole setup for the curries. So the setup was used for homemade kind of curries for Mealy, and traditional heavy rich curries for Mad Over Curry.
Curries, right.
So obviously my return on investment became double. So my economies of scale was better. So again, that's a strategical business decision which you must make. That, and you must always, so the success factors is how do you work on return on investment, how do you manage your economies of scale, how do you make the productivity better, how to make it more effective, how to make it more efficient.
Right.
These are not just words, they are the facts of business.
Right.
So that's how the third brand was born, Mad Over Curry. And the target audience is completely different, because that brand focuses on kebabs, curries, which is more like your heavy meal which you eat when you are having a party or a get together.
So do you also
or an
provide
occasion.
some like parathas with them, like only plain curries?
No, there are. So that brand has your butter naan, your lacha parathas, your tandoori roti, your all kind of tandoori items, because it's it's tandoor based. In that brand you will not get chapati.
Okay. एक चीज और पूछनी थी. I have this 2 questions.
Let me just complete the answer, because
cool.
you said, so this is how we moved. I won't say we pivoted. I won't use the word pivot, but we re-strategized from a single brand QSR business model to a multi-brand cloud kitchen business model. Because then in COVID we were just we got strong in deliveries, and then the second and the third brand were purely cloud brands. Mad Over Parathas and Pakodas still has a face, like a hybrid model. We have one kitchen where you can stand and eat. So we focused more on the cloud kitchen setup. So that is why there is and all of them operate from the same kitchen to maximize your return on investment. So there is no clutter, there is no confusion, there's clarity of thought, there's clarity of colors, there's clarity of menu, the target audience is different. AOV, which is your average order value, is different. It's higher in Mad Over Curry, it's in between in Mad Over Parathas and Pakodas, and in Mealy it's lower. Lowest out of these 3 brands. So it depends on the product market fit.
Right.
So there is no confusion, and I think that strategy helped us grow. That strategy helped us to survive, to grow, to make money,
Right.
to have better return on investment. And that is why we could grow the during COVID time and
Right.
even after COVID.
So I have this question ki have you raised any friends and family around when you were doing this? Because ऐसा होता है कि initial stage में you are not funded with any kind of investor. So उस moment में you need to raise the funds from families, right? There are the three things like I want to tell to the audience that friends, families, and fools. So in three of these, from where have you raised your first round?
So again, I think it's very important.
Mhm.
ये मेरी life की छोटी छोटी stories जो मैं आज आपके साथ share कर रही हूँ. So it's very important. So here is another story. So I took guidance and mentorship from many people. We were in part of the F&B industry, so a lot of friends were there. So one of our very dear friend, his name is Rahul Singh. He is the CEO and co-founder of Beer Cafe.
Oh, Beer Cafe.
Yes. So he was my mentor, advisor for MOPP Foods, Mad Over Parathas and Pakodas, whether it was any brand, basically the company. So and we told him that we'll give him, and we to give him like the designation of being a mentor advisor in the company. So and there were more friends and family. His name is Kapil Malhotra. Kapil Malhotra is a dynamic personality. He has got he's multi-talented with amazing skills. So he's also a very close dear friend. And so obviously he came to taste the product, to see the potential, and it was under the guidance of Rahul and Kapil. We thought that why don't we make it big? Why don't we scale it? Why don't we raise a round on it? So Kapil is also a mentor advisor. So he started as a mentor advisor. Rahul started as a mentor advisor. And when your mentor and advisor, after working with you for 6 months or 9 months, they want to invest in your brand, that is success. That is success. Because that means, because they know the business in and out,
right,
and they have the experience. They have phenomenal experience. They are not only just investors. They come with a fantastic aura of experience. So when your mentor or advisor comes and says, let's make it big, so it was under Rahul Singh led the first round, which is you want to call it friends family round, angel round, with Kapil, and they were the ones who drove the whole round. And where I was talking to you that we raised, and we opened a second outlet, and we opened a third outlet, and we invested then over a period of time we invested in the base kitchen. So it is still Rahul who's leading all our rounds. It is still Kapil who's supporting us in all our rounds. So these two people have been very important in making MOPP successful, in making Mad Over Parathas and Pakodas, Mealy, Mad Over Curry, or let's say MOPP Foods Private Limited, a successful venture.
Wow.
So it is, you can call it friends, family, angel, but yes, we definitely had the opportunity to have these two beautiful people in our life who have guided the company in the right direction, and they're still guiding. They're still our mentors and advisors and partners and investors. So it is they play multiple roles.
Recently in Shark Tank, you have raised your round with Amit Jain. So what's the experience working with him?
So all thanks to God, I would say. Amit is a fantastic person. He's absolutely fantastic. He's very knowledgeable, very sharp, very smart, with an eye for detail. So it's amazing to work with him. And we have met him a couple of times, and he just, I love his enthusiasm, because he was the one who said, I don't have knowledge in the F&B industry, but I want to learn, and that is why I'm investing in MOPP Foods Private Limited. Usually investors say, I don't have knowledge, I want to be away from it. That is a
It's just a
traditional.
different thing, right?
I think this became viral also,
Wow.
that he said, because everybody says I don't understand this business, I want to stay away. He said, I don't understand this business and I want to learn this business, and
Wow.
that is why I'm investing in this business. And he said he invests in people, so he liked probably had faith in my co-founder and myself. So Gaurav Gupta, who's my co-founder, so he also, he gels very well with Amit, and we have fantastic discussions. We learn from him, he learns from us. It's more like a teamwork, and he is a great mentor. And
Wow.
I must admit that we are lucky to have Shark Amit Jain as our investor.
Wow, that's just a great thing. And just wanted to ask one thing, that you are operating in this cloud kitchen model, right? But don't you think कि आप कभी delivery में जाना चाहते हो, like you don't want to enter into that market because
We already deliver.
delivers मतलब आप delivery करते हो?
Okay,
मतलब
our own delivery channel.
own delivery channel.
Yes,
Yep.
we are working on our website, and our website will be up and running very soon, where the customer will have the option to directly order on our platform, and we will deliver to the customer directly. We already do it. Some people who call on the phone, we deliver directly.
Okay.
All the corporate orders we deliver directly, most of them, and yes, we do deliver directly.
Oh. So what are the criticalities of this cloud kitchen? Like cloud kitchen में क्या criticalities जाती हैं?
So here I would like to say that cloud kitchen seems to be a very easy business model. So a lot of people jump into it. And because there are many pitfalls, that is why a lot of people or brands fail also. So the failing number of brands in cloud kitchens is also very high. So there are many criticalities, in a cloud kitchen business. So of course, one is your product. Because you need a fantastic delivery friendly product.
Right.
Now what happens is, when you go to a restaurant to eat, even if the product is not that great, still you have a great experience, an overall experience, because it's a combination of lighting, ambience, music, food, drinks, friends. So even if the food is not that great, you still have a fantastic overall experience. But in a delivery model, it's only your product and packaging. So sometimes people ignore packaging, brands ignore packaging, and they try to cut corners there.
Right.
So which again is not the right strategy. So product, having the right product, right packaging, and the third is, I think so, kitchen preparation time, which we say in technical terms KPT, is very, very critical for any cloud kitchen business. Because we can't really control the time on the road,
Right.
but we can control the time what it takes
Preparing.
to prepare the food in our kitchen. So you have to continuously work on strategies, on SOPs, which is standard operating procedures, to create SOPs in such a way that your KPT is less, because the customer wants the food, and then you make the food, and somebody will deliver that food, and then so the whole delivery experience is very important for a cloud kitchen business model.
Wow. So don't you think this cloud kitchen thing is giving leverage to these two brands, Zomato and Swiggy, जिसके कारण they have this power, they know, उनके पास control रहेगा इस चीज़ का in future. So don't you think कि building your own delivery side would be much better, rather like you can have this hybrid model of like having a cloud kitchen as well, you will be delivering, and you can have your own kitchen as well outside of this.
No,
Like,
so we have our own kitchens.
Yeah.
We have, as I
Like-
said, we have our own website,
Okay.
which is coming up, and there the customer can directly order on our website and not choose to order from Zomato or Swiggy. So
Right.
it is the customer's choice. He wants to order from Zomato, Swiggy, or on our platform. So when they order on our platform, we deliver directly. We don't route it through Zomato and Swiggy. And when they order through Zomato and Swiggy, we deliver through Zomato and Swiggy. So it is definitely required that you don't depend on any channel 100%, and you should have multiple revenue models. So when I say multiple revenue models, for us, we have multiple revenue models. One is your Zomato, Swiggy, which is your online aggregators.
Right.
One is, which will be ready soon, our website for direct deliveries. One is corporate orders. Corporate, we do very well with tiffin service with Mealy in corporate orders. So we target corporate corporate orders is a very good source of revenue for us. And or dine and takeaway orders, where people come, stand and eat, or take away. That is also a revenue model. So there is no Zomato and Swiggy involved in a takeaway or a dine-in, which is standing. We don't have a sitting, but as I told you, Madam
Are you planning to?
Pakodas has one kitchen where you can go and stand and eat like a street food. Within.
You have one in
kitchen.
where?
In Gurgaon, in
Gurgaon.
Sector 12.
Wow.
So, and takeaway option is available in all cloud kitchens. So we do takeaway from all our cloud kitchens for all our brands. So people can come and place the order through the window, and we give them in a takeaway bag. So that's also a revenue model. So we have multiple revenue models, and we are not only dependent on Zomato and Swiggy.
So will you be planning to open your this thing rather like cloud kitchen se bahar jaake, will you be planning to open your own store kind of thing in future?
So if we open, let's say 100 stores, 80% will be your cloud kitchens, and 20% will be the flagship brand facing market in a high street market, like we have in Sector 12, for where people can stand or sit. Sit means like a table with 4 chairs, not like a fine dining sitting. So yes, the plan is to have a hybrid kind of setup, so that we have multiple revenue models open for us.
तो मतलब you will test this thing, like अगर ये काम कर रहा है हमारे लिए, then we'll go with this thing, like we'll not be doing that.
Actually, it has already worked for us,
Okay.
because we all
In Gurgaon?
in Gurgaon. And our first kitchen was a hybrid kitchen, which was sitting, standing, takeaway, online delivery. So we had shifted that kitchen to Sector 12. So it has worked for us. That kitchen always had a face in front of the consumer. So it has helped us. And we, as I said, we want to keep multiple revenue models open, but we want to focus 80% on cloud kitchens only, because we have developed that market well.
It worked very well for you. Yeah, that's such a great talking to you. What are the advice that you want to give to the students or upcoming entrepreneurs and college students, everyone who is watching this thing?
So I have said it many times. Wherever I go and speak or talk to students in different colleges, I say the same thing. And I said, if I have to give a message to the student, it has to be the same thing. There is certain things which has helped me. तो मेरी ज़िंदगी में जिन चीज़ों ने काम किया है, I would advise them also, and everybody out there, the same message. That what has helped me is, I usually say the 3 P's of my success. So one is passion. Whatever you do it with 100% passion. That will help you achieve what you want to achieve. It will give you clarity of what you want to achieve. Right. The second is patience. The students these days, or the young generations, or the Gen Zs, you say, patience nahi hai. They want everything to happen overnight. So my advice to them is, please buy, gain, work on your patience levels, because it doesn't happen overnight. It has not happened for anybody. The biggest of the brands, the biggest of the names, brands are not built overnight. Right. Brands are built over a period of time. Right. So please do not get demotivated. Do not get hyper. Do not get impatient.
Mhm.
Have patience. That's the second most important P.
Mm.
Third is perseverance.
Mm.
So somebody very popular, in a movie they said,
Mhm.
जीत अक्सर उन लोगों की होती है जो हार को टालते रहते हैं.
Right.
So perseverance. Try not to accept failure and keep trying. Keep trying. Like demonetization came, GST came, COVID came.
Mhm.
We worked on solutions. We worked on
Right.
opportunities. We changed from a single brand QSR model to a multi-brand cloud kitchen business
Right.
model.
Right.
So you have to adapt yourself. This is perseverance.
Mhm.
Perseverance has helped me. So perseverance is very important,
Mhm.
because perseverance will take you to places where
Right.
you want to reach.
Mhm.
So passion, patience,
Mhm.
perseverance,
Mhm.
the 3 P's are extremely important.
Mhm.
And they have helped
Right.
me.
Right.
And one last message what I want to say is
Yeah.
that everybody
Mhm.
has a spark in themselves.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Everybody has it.
Mhm.
You need to find out that spark.
Mhm.
Come out of your comfort zone.
Mhm.
Don't be scared. Come out, bring that thing out.
Right.
Give yourself that one chance
Mhm.
and light that spark to brighten the world around you.
Wow. Wow. You just spoke like it's just too good. Too
I
good.
just spoke from my heart.
Yep. Thanks for coming today, and glad to have you here. And I don't think anyone would have such a great experience. मुझे लगता है कि ये पॉडकास्ट शायद ज़्यादा लोगों तक जाए, बिकॉज शायद आपने जो बात बोली है परसिवियरेंस वो एंड पेशेंस की, पेशेंस यूजुअली लोग रखते नहीं हैं. यूजुअली जो स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं काफ़ी ज़्यादा एनर्जी होती है, बट दे डोंट हैव द पेशेंस. वो चाहते हैं कि सब चीज़ बहुत जल्दी हो जाए. एंड यू जस्ट स्पोक अबाउट दिस थिंग. दैट्स जस्ट अ ग्रेट. Thank you.
Thank you. I wish all the people who are watching this podcast best of luck, and do go yourself, give that chance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.